Hey, Berber. Come on, Puma. Let's go outside. Come on. There's one. I love the mornings out here. Seeing the sun peek through the trees. Coming up. I'm waiting for my worker to come here. To attempt to get a full day in at this basement studio project, because the next couple weeks we have all the trades coming back in to wrap up their work. HVAC, plumbing, the mirror and shelving guy, final paint. Carpet is scheduled for next Wednesday, the 23rd. A million little things on punch lists that we need to get taken care of, including some pretty major tasks. So a lot of this stuff has to be put in place before the other trades can come in. I'm starting to get overwhelmed. Waking up and my hands are swollen from working with my hands so hard. And I just sat down trying to play the piano for the first time. And I mean, that'll do it. That'll make you feel inadequate real fast, is not play the piano for, not play your instrument for 2 weeks and then try to play it with swollen hands. But I'm watching a lot of YouTube videos that are inspiring me into the direction of a podcast or a series. And I'm watching the way they're doing it. What are you up to back there? Instigator mitts. Puma, you ready to come out? Come on. There they go. They love coming out here. Look at them. Running and romping and roaming. There's a tail. Right there. Anyways. I'm just waiting for Keith to get here. We have to go to Home Depot, but before I do that, it's been 1 month with the daily mass challenge, and I really like going to daily mass. It really sets the tone, the calm. I mean, complete opposite. Talk about opposite. Getting on the road and you're driving in rush hour traffic at 6 o'clock in the morning, bumper to bumper, racing to get to your job. And the fog was pretty intense yesterday, which really had to slow a lot of traffic down. The day before that, on the ride home, we had some torrential rains, and I forgot what it was like driving on these highways with the tractor trailers. These 18-wheeler trucks create an enormous amount of mist as they travel on rain or in wet roads, and it's hard to see. So the wipers are going, and you got, everybody's tailgating, everybody trying to, fast drivers and slow drivers, and there's just a whole lot of stress there. And I don't miss that I was reintroduced to all of that. It was so funny how you can quickly forget that kind of stuff. But I don't take any of this for granted. And by this, I mean, nature. And look at this little guy. Just hanging out and watching the sun, nice orange sun poking through the trees. Must have stuck behind some clouds, but I don't take any of this for granted. I'm very blessed, and daily mass is, among other things, is a way to remind me to start each day, because the focus has to be not on you. It's got to be an outward focus. I'm just trying to learn. I'm just trying to learn to love myself, and trying to learn how deep God loves me. And I'm trying to make it personal. Because there can't be a, how does the saying go? There can't be a we until there's a me, or something like that. Like, you have to get your house in order before you can, take on the responsibility of of a lifetime partnership with a spouse, I think is what that refers to. And I kept trying to go about this God personal relationship thing before I actually could accept that he loved me. I was trying to understand his love for me, and I could never do it. But because I never fully grasped how I love him, what that means. Like, how much do I love him? As far as the east is to the west, as the saying goes, with the arms stretched out on the cross. Why do you love God? And there is no particular reason, because those all end up being ends instead of means to ends. I love him because I just love him. It's something Sister said. It's funny. Years ago, she was talking about going to Mass, and she just said something just so very nonchalant. She goes, I just love going to Mass. I just love to go. Like, it wasn't like a duty. It wasn't your obligation to go once a week, or you had to do this. It was just she'd love to go. And that's kind of how I feel about daily Mass now. I just love to go. And it's teaching me how to love God. And I'm not a very lovable person. I'll be the first to admit that. I kind of hide behind a mask of this manly, construction grunt. We like to build things, and I'll get hit in the head with a 2x4 and grunt and bear it. But we need to be, and that's okay, because men are just wired differently than women in general. And that's not to say one's better than the other. They complement each other. You need both spheres. You need both to really create the best team, because weaknesses are strengths in others. And like with God, it's like all of my weaknesses, which is 99.9999999% of anything that I think or do, is a weakness. But if I could somehow focus my mind and see God and the people that I interact with, the folks that I am put into my sphere of influence, the art that I get to create, to share with people, if I can somehow infuse God into that, then I feel, as an artist, as a composer, as a musician, as a creator, that that's enough to evangelize. But I'm really, which is what sparked this video, really kind of disturbed a little bit about trying to come up, because I'm going into uncharted territory. I think that might be part of it. Look how cool the sun looks now. Poking through. It's such an awesome view to get to be able to see this. I spy a cat out there. Hey, little guy. Anyways, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I'm distraught over talking videos, this podcast series that I've been wrestling with, and I think it's just, part of it is just a spiritual warfare that goes on, that we're constantly, who do you think you are? You can't do that. There's a devil on this shoulder and there's an angel on this shoulder. They're at constant war. I think of that cartoon, Looney Tunes, or one, I think it's Goofy, the dog. The devil pokes the one in the butt with a pitchfork. You know what I'm talking about, and we all do that to some extent. But I found in daily Mass and focusing on God, when I'm there and I'm focused on Him, I'm not thinking about me, and I'm not thinking about this and this. I'm just focused on the other, and I'm seeking the will of the other and the good of the other. So you're not thinking of yourself, and it just feels like and I don't mean that in an emotional, feel emotionals are fleeting, come and go. I'm talking about it just intuitively with every fiber, and I can't describe why. I just have a hunger that I know is right, and the time just goes by. I noticed, I don't know, it's hard to describe, that I'm going off in tangents because I think I'm trying to describe why I'm distraught. I'm a little bit afraid of the unknown, and I just keep trying to stay the course because I know in my heart of hearts that God is leading me to this project, this Saul Magari Walking with God podcast, which I'm so desperately and infallibly in love with. I just love the idea of it. And I know that it's going to break me out of the shell, especially if I can get past 10 episodes. Spoken to a gentleman yesterday who has a guy, his father-in-law, who's 99 years old. He was in broadcasting. He's a Christian. And we're getting him to come in and be on the show. Talk about life experiences, you know. And I just want to hear these stories. That's what it's going to be about, is each person is going to be invited on and they're going to get to tell their story, what their walk with God is about. Some of them are musicians, some of them are artists, some of them are music enthusiasts, some of them are in production, some of them are in radio, some of them don't have anything at all to do with music or the creative arts. But they all have one thing in common. They have a love and fervor for God. So I'm excited for that, but I think I'm afraid because I care. I want it to be good. I want this to be, and I just have to learn to let go and let God, I think. Right, Berber? And it's just such a gorgeous morning. I love these little Saul Magari banners. My wife bought this. I think that looks pretty cool. I want to make a couple just like that, maybe longer ones, and put them down here, because this is the entrance to the studio, to the where the podcast and all that's going to be. And I got to address whether I want to pave this or not. I want to make it somewhat approachable for people to come into. Anyways, I guess I'm going to sign off. I think this looks so much better. But guys, hang in there. If any of you started going to daily mass, or if you're seeking God, just trust there's going to be hilltop mountain experiences and low valleys, you know, and that's what we do. And I think the key is that you kind of want to, you want it to be a small curve where you're kind of staying constant and you have these little peaks, these little valleys. You don't want these bipolar, you're in great mood one day and a bad mood the next day. Like, that's what you want to avoid. And you certainly don't want to make any rash decisions when you're experiencing moments of consolation or desolation. You want it to be in that neutral zone, so to speak. So, and I think I'm within that. I'm having reservations and these weird mixed feelings because I think I care and I want this to work out. I really do. There's a part of me that's just afraid if it fails. Like, what's that going to be? Like, you know, this whole YouTube thing has been a journey in itself, but it can't be about me. It has to be about something that can either be helpful, that can teach, that can instruct, or that can inform, and something that can benefit you guys. It has to be something that you guys feel that is beneficial, and then it's a source that you can keep coming back to. And I can only give so much on my end, and that's why this podcast is really, I think it would be great to hear all these different stories from all these different walks of life and their journeys to God and how it all relates. And yeah, man, that's the direction I'm going. I'm going to walk in this direction and let him steer and to see where things unfold. But for now, I'm going to sign off. It's been a month now with Daily Mass. I got a good focus. I'm in a good place. And I wish you guys were here. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Take care.